Hi, welcome to the Pioneer Spotlight. I'm Josh Croup. Each week here from the Center for Media Innovation Studios, we talk to a Point Park Pioneer team, athlete, or coach, and it is playoff time here in the Bird. The Point Park women's soccer team gets to host a postseason game this weekend. We have their head coach here to talk with us about the season, about this big game coming up this weekend. Her name is Maggie Kuhn. Thank you so much for coming down,
Thank
Maggie.
you for having me.
So this weekend, Ohio Christian, it almost seems like deja vu. They beat us in the regular season last year. They beat us in the regular season this year. We get them in the playoffs again. This a rematch of last year's conference championship. What are you looking forward to going into this game, and what's kind of your approach going into this rematch with OCU?
Well, I mean, the playoffs, it's a different season now. So everything that we prepared for all year, this is the kind of where we want to be. With that being said, I think that we have to prepare for Ohio Christian differently than what we prepared for in the regular season, since it's do or die. So everybody's going to be a little bit different. I think there's an advantage of having them at our home field for sure.
And only dropping a couple of games at Highmark Stadium this season, very good at home. Do you like having that game at home opposed to having to go on the road?
Oh, of course. I mean, I think that it's an advantage. We're in front of our home fans, as well as just being able to play on the turf. And it's a fast turf. I don't think, a lot of the teams, they have to kind of prepare for that because they come from more grass field.
And Ohio Christian tops Point Park 3-2 in the regular season. We score first. They get a couple late goals. What went wrong in that game, and what do you look to do differently this weekend?
Well, I mean, that was, I believe, the second game of a Thursday, Saturday, and we have struggled all season in those second games. So I'm really just looking for us to come out and compete. When we compete, I think we're a hard team to beat. It's just showing up, really. We have to be more competitive.
And we'll show up for an 8 o'clock start time right now. Do you like the night games at Highmark Stadium, or do you rather play earlier in the day?
I would prefer the late games as opposed to the morning games where we've been playing more recently.
How have you seen your team evolve throughout the season?
Well, I mean, we had a lot of first-year students come in and compete for time. So there were personnel issues, where to put certain individuals depending on how they were playing. We've had issues of class where I have 2 starters who don't manage to get to practice on a consistent basis. So there's a lot of different variables that we've had to deal with this year that we didn't really have to deal with last year.
And last week, 2 weekends ago, I guess, big wins against Rio Grande and West Virginia Tech, setting us up for this 3 seed to host the playoff game, and then dropping a couple games at home against Shawnee and Carlo. How do you look to rebound from those couple of losses, maybe looking back to the momentum building from Rio and West Virginia Tech?
Well, the practices this week have been outstanding. We've been putting a lot more pressure on competing and training going into this game. So, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good game as always, and our conference is getting better and better. Anybody could win it.
And we certainly hope that you're able to come out this weekend. An 8 o'clock start time, Saturday night, Highmark Stadium. It's a short walk across the bridge. Get over there for the playoffs, and be sure to follow us online at pointparksports.com and on social media at Point Park Sports for all the latest updates if you can't make it out. Maggie Kuhn, thank you so much for coming down. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.